Hello everyone and welcome back to this new section of Atos Smart Tutorials. I'm Matteo and today we are going to explore a feature that gives you the complete control of your valve signals, the analog setting functionality for Atos proportional valves. This feature allows you to configure both current and voltage reference signals and monitor outputs using either the PC software or the Atos Connect app. However, keep in mind that this functionality is not available for all the drivers into the Atos range. In a few cases, the choice between current and voltage is determined by hardware configuration at the time of the ordering. To verify that the valves you are currently using supports the selection of analog settings via software, please refer to the valves datasheet. Let's start with our Atos Connect app, available for smartphones and tablets and free downloadable from the main digital stores. For any information you may need about the valve connection, please watch the related video available on our channel. Once you are connected to the driver, reach the settings icon into the bottom area of the app and then go to the set point section in the upper part. Here you can choose the type of reference analog signal that the valve should receive. When you select one of these options, the interface automatically adjusts to display you the corresponding input values. In this case, we passed from voltage to current. Not only reference signal can be adjusted, but also monitor outputs. Also in this case, we have three different predefined ranges. Remember that any changes you make can be directly stored into the valve's memory, ensuring that your configuration remains active even after power loss or restart of the driver. Now, let's have a closer look at the PC software, which offers you a more advanced control for analog settings, especially if you want to customize your working range. In this case, the user has the possibility to manually enter the values in the minimum and maximum input parameters based on their requirements. Once you are into the home page, enter into the reference analog range section. Here you will see an option that lets you to switch between voltage and current input modes with just one click. This is useful when you need to adapt the valve behavior to different control systems. If you want to go a step further, the PC software allows you to customize the working range of your analog reference signal. Simply input the desired minimum and maximum values in the appropriate fields. This allows precise tuning and better compatibility with your system's signal range. Maximum voltage range is ±10 volts, while for current is ±20 mA. From this page, it's also possible to set limits on the input reference signal to generate an error in the event of out-of-range signal. This is particularly useful, for example, to intercept cable break conditions such as with 420 mA current signals, where if the cable is disconnected, the signal drops below 2 mA and the driver signals an error or a warning. As a further level of customization applicable with the software, from this page it's also possible, if necessary, to apply a second-order low-pass filter on the reference signal. This can be particularly useful if there is an electrical noise on the analog signal. You can also define fixed values for the monitor output signal depending on your specific application needs. User can also select which internal signal to monitor. This mapping can be modified at any time. For example, if you prefer to monitor the spool position demanded instead of the spool position actual, you can easily switch the signal selection accordingly. This helps you to closely monitor and debug the exact behavior of the valve during the operations. Pay attention that any changes you make can be stored directly into the valve's memory, ensuring that your configuration remains active even after power loss or restart of the driver. Before concluding, some quick tips. If you need to work with current signals, select the valve with /I option. If you need to work with voltage signals, the standard valve version will suit your needs. However, thanks to the system flexibility, we can switch anytime from current to voltage signals using both PC software or Atos Connect app. You can also configure mixed setup signals, for example using current as the reference input and voltage for the monitor output. We have just seen how easy and flexible it is to configure analog settings on Atos proportional valves using Atos Connect app and PC software. Thanks for watching and see you in the next Atos Smart Tutorials.